Hello, everybody. A very good evening, a very good afternoon, and a very warm welcome to yet another dhamakedar, farratedar, and mazdar session by Embibe. This is Pritesh, your host, your host, and a proud educator, welcoming you to the very interesting topic that is microorganisms, friend and foe. Now, very good evening, very good afternoon, Abhinav. Now, I know that this chapter is from your grade 8, but this topic, this concept is not any grade specific. बिकॉज आज का ये जो टॉपिक है हमारा माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिजम्स इन दिस वी वोंट बी टॉकिंग व्हाट वी हैव ऑलरेडी लर्नड इन ग्रेड 8 but we'll be talking a lot more in depth about microbes. So this is going to be a super informative session on your microorganisms. Just like, do you know that more than 20 to 40% of the oxygen that we breathe comes from microorganisms? Like Prochlorococcus. Prochlorococcus is a type of a microbe that produces oxygen with the help of plants. Even planktons, because we count them under plants, they are called as phytoplanktons, but again they fall under microbes which produce oxygen. So almost 20 to 40% of oxygen that we breathe comes from microbes. And do you know that there is a microorganism that lives in the intestines of cattle, which also causes tenesis in humans? It is almost 7.5 meters long. That comes to almost 25 feet. Imagine something like that living in our intestines. So microorganisms is a completely different and a completely diverse world about which the more we learn, the more we get marveled at. So this and a lot more we are going to learn in today's session. Very good afternoon, Harshit. Welcome to the session. But before we move ahead, I want you guys to understand that we have got an amazing, absolutely free of cost, a very super interactive learning platform, that is the Embibe page, and the absolutely free of cost Embibe app available on your Google Store and Apple Store. Here you get test, assignments, study material, question, solution, explanation to solution, books, reference books, NCERTs, any board, any grade, any subject, any language, absolutely free of cost. So whenever you want to learn something, you can definitely consider Embibe to be that beautiful, amazing learning platform. Apart from that, guys, I want you to connect with us on Telegram by scanning the QR code. Now, Telegram is a channel where you can bond with us, where you can get your doubts solved, you get the PDF of the classes, you also get information on what is going to happen on the channel. So make sure that you connect with us on Telegram, and guys, do not forget to give this video a big fat thumbs up. Do share this video with your friends and school WhatsApp groups, and subscribe to the channel because it's absolutely free. ऑल्सो गाइज डू लेट अस नो इन द कमेंट सेक्शन कि आप लोग हमारा ये जो बहुत ही बेहतरीन सा प्यारा सा चैनल है एम्बाइब अचीव CBSE 9th and 10th, इस चैनल से आप लोग क्या एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हैं. नाउ गाइज, वी आर 5 people, माई सेल्फ, तुषार सर, सुरभि मैम, सुष्मिता मैम, अंकना मैम. वी आर 5 of us dealing with 5 different subjects of your grade 10, 9th and 10th, English, not English, math, science, SST. Now, we are really trying hard so that you guys enjoy the learning on our channel, you guys enjoy the channel, and we are putting in a lot of effort by giving you everything that is in our capacity. But then still, you being the students, you being on the receiving end, we want to know from you कि आप लोग क्या expect कर रहे हो. आप लोग एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हो कि हम लोग फन सेशंस लेकर आएँ, आप लोग एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हो कि हम क्विजेज लेकर आएँ, आप लोग एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हो कि हम कुछ और एकेडमिक में करें, या आप कोई स्पेसिफिक चैप्टर एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हो, या कोई स्पेसिफिक टॉपिक एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हो, या यू आर एक्सपेक्टिंग अस टू डू पेपर्स, पास्ट पेपर्स, सॉल्व सम क्वेश्चंस, you want us to do interactive sessions or non-academic sessions, whatever, we want your support. Being on the receiving end, being on the audience platform, we really want you guys to tell us, and then we will modify our sessions accordingly and give you what you want. ठीक है? Yes, Abhinav, very good. See, just like you said you want quizzes. Now the same thing, what you do is you put it in the comment section. Why? Because this is a chat which will go away when this session stops, but the comment will remain where it is. So just put it in the comment that we want more quizzes, right? So do something like this so that we can also modify our sessions accordingly. Also, Abhinav, to let you know, this session today, microorganisms, has got lots of quiz questions, so we are going to have a great time. ठीक है? चलो. So let's begin, guys. We are talking about microorganisms, friend and foe, which is from your biology, and in this particular chapter today, we will be dealing with your harmful microbes, friendly microbes, and food preservation. Now, microorganism, also called as microbes, Why are they given this name? They are given this name because they are very tiny in size. So there are certain characteristics about microbes that we all should know, that they are very small and they cannot be seen with naked eye. Microbes are more than 250 million years old. Microbes are more than 250 million years old, with bacteria being the smallest microbe. Mycoplasma, it is the smallest microbe. And why this video over here? So this video over here to tell you that microbes are found everywhere, whether it is the snow-capped mountains, or whether it is the volcano, whether it is the acidic environment, or whether it is the salty environment, whether it is hot or cold, everywhere on earth microbes are found. Not only in earth, even beyond earth. Harshit, this chapter is not from grade 9, but this chapter is for every grade. Okay, not this chapter, this topic is for every grade. I'll tell you one very interesting thing. So there was a camera which was on the moon. So there was a camera which was kept on moon to understand what is going on the moon and to study its landform. And that camera was brought back to earth after 2 years. Even on that camera there was microbes found. So microbes can survive everywhere, and the microbes which can live in extreme conditions, they are called as thermophiles. What do you call them? You call them thermophiles. Okay, they are called as thermophiles. So thermophiles are the microbes which are found in extreme conditions, especially the bacteria. Okay, now we move ahead and we see what else do we have. So microbes are too small and are not visible to unaided eye. They can live in all kinds of environment, ranging from ice cold climate to hot deserts to marshy lands. They are found in air, water, and in the bodies of plants and animals as well. In our own gut, there are more than 600 types of bacteria found, but they are good bacteria. It is very important that we keep the gut bacteria healthy, because this gut bacteria is responsible for lots of reactions that happen inside our alimentary canal. So these gut bacteria are very important for our alimentary canal, and it is very important that we keep them healthy. Now, how do we keep the gut bacteria healthy? So there are certain things that you should implement in your every day, so that your alimentary canal is absolutely healthy, like not eating outside food, eating homemade food, eating fresh food, eating fresh fruits and vegetables, then also sleeping on time and staying away from stress. Whenever a person undergoes stress, whether it is physical stress or mental stress, the bacteria, the acidic level of the stomach starts changing. Now, mental stress includes activities or instances like whenever you are very nervous or anxious, or whenever you are in fear, or whenever you are in any kind of a problem, your thoughts start creating stress on the mental level. And whenever you are stressed, it releases a chemical called cortisol in your body. What is the name of the chemical that is released? The name of the chemical that is released is cortisol. Now this cortisol, it directly affects your gut, right? Now when I'm talking that it directly affects your gut, it will start changing the acidic level of your body, right? Hi Arathi, this topic is definitely, this chapter name is definitely from 8th standard, Arathi, but whatever I'm talking in the class, that is universal for every grade, for every parent, for every student, for every person. This whatever I'm talking is very important, so please try to understand what am I trying to say. I'm talking about cortisol. Now cortisol is a stress enzyme which is released in your body when you are under stress. Now when cortisol is released, it directly affects your gut. Now when your gut is affected, your acidic level changes, and when the acidic level of the body changes, the absorption capacity of your body changes. For example, there is somebody, good evening, good afternoon Suraj, Jai Hind. There is somebody, say the name of the person is X. Now this person has been diagnosed with anemia. Do you know what is anemia? Can anybody tell me what is anemia? Can anybody over here tell me what is anemia? Come on, Abhinav, Suraj, Arathi, can anyone tell me what is anemia? Anemia, I'm talking about anemia. Anemia is iron deficiency. ठीक है, it is iron deficiency. When the body is low on iron, it is called anemia. ठीक है, yes Harshit. Now again, RBCs have got hemoglobin. What is hemoglobin? Hemoglobin is iron plus protein. So loss of RBC is loss of iron, which means anemia. Now whenever a person has anemia, the doctor prescribes iron tablets. Like, you start taking iron, you start eating more of spinach, you start eating more of, fruits and vegetables which have got high iron content, like dates and all, etc. Now when a person's cortisol level is high, no matter how many iron tablets you take, no matter how many iron rich vegetables you eat, no matter how many iron rich fruits you eat, your gut will not be able to absorb the iron, because the cortisol is high, the acidic level of the body is high, and so the gut will lose its capacity to absorb the iron from the tablets, from the vegetables, from the fruits. And that is why बहुत ज़रूरी है, ओके सूरज, बहुत ज़रूरी है कि हम हमारे स्ट्रेस लेवल्स को कंट्रोल में रखें. अब स्ट्रेस ऐसा नहीं है कि सिर्फ हमें टेंशन लेने से स्ट्रेस आता है, या सिर्फ हमें एग्जाम के टाइम पे स्ट्रेस आता है, या सिर्फ हमें जब हम डरे हुए होते हैं तब स्ट्रेस आता है. इवन ड्यूरिंग फिजिकल एक्टिविटीज, जैसे इफ समबडी इज रनिंग अ मैराथन, और इफ समबडी इज जंपिंग, और इफ समबडी इज डूइंग टू मच ऑफ वर्क थ्रू आउट द डे, योर पेरेंट्स पूरा दिन ऑफिस में काम करके जब थक के घर पे आते हैं, दैट ऑल्सो कॉजेज स्ट्रेस. सो स्ट्रेस कैन बी ऑन द मेंटल और फिजिकल लेवल, लेकिन जब भी स्ट्रेस आपके बॉडी में होगा, चाहे वो मेंटल हो या फिजिकल हो, कॉर्टिसोल रिलीज होगा. कॉर्टिसोल आपके कॉर्टिसोल आपके बॉडी के गट को हार्म करेगा, एंड दैट विल नॉट लेट your body absorb the nutrients from the food. So no matter how healthy you're eating, no matter how fresh you're eating, no matter how homemade you're eating, if your gut is not healthy, this all is going in waste. Now comes to the topic on from where all this came to diet and gut. It is because in your gut there are hundreds of different types of bacteria that are living. And how do you keep them healthy? You keep them healthy by eating, by consuming probiotics. Now what are the foods that contain probiotics? So the foods that contain probiotics include your homemade curd. So curd which is homemade at room temperature, homemade room temperature curd, not something that comes out of a fridge or comes out of a packet. Again, pickle is very good in probiotics. Your chutneys are very good in probiotics. ठीक है? Then again you might have heard, जैसे अभी 26 जनवरी को जब रिपब्लिक डे की परेड हुई, if you guys saw the Republic Day parade, you would have seen that the year 2023 is the year of millets. It's the year of jawar, it's the year of bajra, it is the year of ragi and all the other millets. So millets, yes Harshit, see now here where you are going wrong. जो कर्ड घर पे बनी हुई होती है, the curd which is freshly set at home, it does not taste sour, it does not smell. So the curd which is made at home and the curd which is fresh, it will neither have a khatta taste, it will neither smell, it will have a very mild and a very beautiful taste. It will have a very soft texture, it will not be hard, it will be soft like cream. ठीक है? So Harshit, try having home set fresh curd, not something that comes out of the fridge. ठीक है? I am sure then you will like curd. If not curd, you can also resort to homemade pickles or homemade chutneys. ठीक है? Abhinav, I will come to that, don't worry. ठीक है? So what I was telling is that the year 2023 is the year of millets. So make sure that you consume a lot of millets, make sure that you're having jawar, make sure that you're having bajra, make sure that you're having ragi. Ragi is something that you can have throughout the year. Try not to mix your millets, try not to have a multi-millet, जो आपको वो multi-grain bread, multi-grain biscuits, it all is fake. It is all just a way to scam the customers. So don't resort to multi-grain things. There is nothing such as multi-grain. It is just a waste of money. So don't mix your millets. Have one millet every day. You can have bajra one day, then jawar one day, then ragi one day, or you can every day have ragi. So ragi is something that you can have throughout the year. Bajra and jawar are seasonal. Okay? Now, this will definitely enhance your gut. ठीक है? So now talking about the different types of bacteria or different types of microbes that we have. So number one are the bacteria. So bacteria, as you can see, bacteria is a type of microorganism. They are of 4 different shapes. You have got a spherical bacteria called as cocci, rod shaped bacteria which is bacilli. You have got comma shaped bacteria which is vibrio, vibrio, and then you have got spirilla which is the spiral shaped bacteria. Then we talk about fungi. So Abhinav, answering your question, fungi mein we have got mushroom, we have got yeast, and we have got your rhizopus, that is bread mold. Protozoa are something which are motile, they can move around. So your amoeba is an example of a protozoa, your plasmodium is an example of a protozoa. So paramecium is an example of a protozoa. And then comes your virus. Now virus, even though they are on the borderline of living and non-living, because of their size, they are considered under microorganisms. इसमें और एक है, that is algae. Now algae are something which are photosynthetic, they are aquatic, they can prepare their own food, they are autotrophic, like your Spirogyra spirulina. ठीक है? Now Harshit, have you ever thought that why bajra is fodder food? Why bajra is fodder food? Why do they feed bajra to cows, to buffaloes, to horses? Why horses eat chana? Why horses eat chana? Because chana is so rich in proteins that horse, being such a magnificent animal, it gets the energy to run so fast with the help of your chana. So chana is very, very rich in protein. Abhinav, what do viruses feed on? Coming to that, viruses are on the borderline of living and non-living. जब वायरस इन्वायरमेंट में है तो वो नॉन लिविंग है, लेकिन जैसे ही वो किसी होस्ट में चले गए, they start working like a living organism. They feed on the host, they feed on plants, they feed on animals, they feed on humans. ठीक है? Now moving on, economic uses of microorganisms. So microorganisms are very, very widely used on the economic level, like they are used to make medicines, like antibiotics and vaccines are made with the help of microorganisms. They are used to improve the soil fertility, right? Then they are used to make curd, they are used to make cheese, they are used to make all the bakery items, they are used to make alcohol, like yeast is used to make alcohol, yeast is used to make bakery items. Your hi Ritik, your bacteria called lactobacteria, it is used to make curd. ठीक है? Lactobacillus is used to make curd and all. So microorganisms are on a very, very large scale used to make different kinds of substances like antibiotics, vaccines, curd, cheese, beverages, your bakery items, nitrogen fixation, and also clean the environment. How do microorganisms clean the environment? They clean the environment by carrying out the process of decomposition. They carry out the process of decomposition, and that is how microbes, they clean the environment. Okay? Now, moving on, harmful microbes. So definitely, as microbes are useful, they are equally harmful. So except for virus, all the other 4 types, that is bacteria, protozoa, algae, and fungus, they are more useful than harmful. They are more useful than harmful. Harshit, not all the protozoans, like amoeba has false feet called pseudopodia, but paramecium, it has got cilia. ठीक है? So not all the microbes, not all the protozoans have pseudopodia. Paramecium has cilia. ठीक है? Now we are talking about the different kinds of diseases that microorganisms cause. We'll go by one. So tuberculosis. Now tuberculosis spreads through air. It is caused by a microbe called Mycobacterium tuberculosis. So the name of the bacteria that causes tuberculosis is Mycobacterium tuberculosis, which spreads through air. And the way to keep tuberculosis away is, if somebody is having tuberculosis, you should be away from that person. You should not share the utensils. You should basically make sure that you're not in the same air as the TB patient. And vaccination. So vaccination is something that protects the person from TB. Measles, chickenpox, and polio, they all happen through different kinds of viruses. They spread through air, contact, or contaminated water. To be, tell you for your information, India is completely polio free now. India is completely polio free. There are no more active cases of polio in the country. Whoever had polio before, I think 2014, they are there, but there are no more active polio patients anymore in India. So polio spreads through virus. It affects your physical mobility, and vaccination against polio is something that prevents one from polio. Chickenpox and measles के भी vaccination होते हैं. Then, talking about cholera and bacteria, this both spread through contaminated food and water. Cholera happens because of a bacteria called Vibrio cholerae, and typhoid happens because of a bacteria called Salmonella typhi. They both spread through contaminated food and water. The only way to prevent them is make sure that you are consuming clean water and clean food. ठीक है? So cholera is Vibrio cholerae and typhoid is Salmonella typhi. Talking about hepatitis A and hepatitis B, they both spread through virus, that is contaminated water. Again, consuming clean water, clean food is very, very important. So which chapter will be having more weightage in board exams 2020 to 2023? Now Ritik, talking about your board exam, which is on the 5th of March, hardly 1 month from today, you have got 5 chapters of bio, that is life process, our environment, why do organisms reproduce, control and coordination, and heredity. I hope you know, Ritik, that evolution has been removed from CBSE for this year. Now these 5 chapters you have, and your bio is for 30 marks, which means each chapter will come for 6 marks. Each chapter will come for 6 marks. Abhinav, very good question. What are communicable diseases? The disease which spread from one person to the other, like your chickenpox, like your tuberculosis, like COVID-19. These all are communicable diseases. But problems like diabetes, heart attack, headache, these will not spread from one person to the other. Then malaria. Malaria happens because of the protozoan called Plasmodium. It is carried by a female Anopheles mosquito, and the only way is keep mosquitoes away. Okay? Dengue. If I talk about dengue, so dengue happens by a virus called flavivirus, and an Aedes mosquito carries the dengue virus. Hi Dhruv, very good evening. So, but life process and reproduction is more important. Also, our environment is for 5 marks. See, so if environment is coming for 5 marks, which means you have got 25 marks in life processes and reproduction. Control and coordination is equally important. क्योंकि हेरिडिटी एंड एवोल्यूशन में से उन्होंने एवोल्यूशन हटा दिया है, तो से अगर हेरिडिटी को भी वो लोग 5 मार्क्स दे रहे हैं, विच मीन्स यू आर लेफ्ट विथ 20 मार्क्स नाउ. ठीक है, तो 20 मार्क्स यू हैव टू डिवाइड इन 3 चैप्टर्स, लाइफ प्रोसेस, रिप्रोडक्शन एंड कंट्रोल एंड कोऑर्डिनेशन. जितना इंपॉर्टेंट लाइफ प्रोसेस एंड रिप्रोडक्शन है, उतना ही इंपॉर्टेंट कंट्रोल एंड कोऑर्डिनेशन भी है. सो से ऑल 3 ऑफ देम विल कम फॉर लाइक 6-7 मार्क्स. ठीक है, बट ऋतिक आप ऐसे मत करो, आप 5 देखो यार ऋतिक, 5 ही चैप्टर्स है बायो में, पांचों को इक्वल इंपॉर्टेंस दो, 80 ऑन 80 साइंस में ले लो एंड मजे करो. ठीक है, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. आई टेल यू ऋतिक वन थिंग, मैंने 1 शॉट सेशंस किए हैं. मैंने आपके 5 बायो के चैप्टर्स 1-1 घंटे में 1-1 चैप्टर खत्म किया है. सो वॉच दैट 1 शॉट वीडियोस वेयर हमने सारे चैप्टर्स डिटेल में किए हैं. और अगर आपको कोई भी डाउट है ऋतिक, सो आई विल रिक्वेस्ट यू कि आप चैट में नहीं, आप कमेंट सेक्शन में डालो. ये वीडियो खत्म हो जाने के बाद आप कमेंट सेक्शन में आपको अगर बायो का कोई भी डाउट है तो आप वो डालो और मैं उसको खुद आपको जवाब दे दूंगा. ठीक है, दैट्स ग्रेट ऋतिक, गॉड ब्लेस यू. एंड ऋतिक, आई एम गोइंग टू स्टार्ट पेपर डिस्कशन 2018, 19, 20, 21. 4 पेपर्स हम लोग 2022, ये 5 पेपर्स हम लोग डिस्कस करेंगे आपके साइंस के, जिसमें हम बायो के सारे क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करेंगे. मैं आपको गारंटी देता हूं, आई कैन अश्योर यू टुडे इन अ लाइव क्लास ऑन एयर इन फ्रंट ऑफ 1.42 बिलियन पीपल कि आपके ये पास्ट पेपर्स में से कम 70% क्वेश्चंस रिपीट होंगे. तो इसलिए ये जो मैं 5 वीडियोस करूंगा, 5 पेपर के 5 वीडियो 2018, 19, 20, 21, 22, 5 हम लोग पेपर्स करेंगे, सिर्फ बायो का सेक्शन करेंगे और आपके 70 क्वेश्चंस 70% क्वेश्चंस रिपीट होंगे. तो आपको वहीं पे 30 में से 21 मार्क्स तो मिल गए, है ना. तो इस तरह से हम आगे बढ़ेंगे. So talking about dengue, malaria, chikungunya, all the mosquitoes that are spread by, all the diseases that are spread by mosquitoes, the only way is that you keep mosquitoes away. ठीक है, केमिस्ट्री में भी करवाएंगे ना सुष्मिता मैम, और फिजिक्स में भी. सी आई टॉक टू देम, दे आर ऑल्सो गोइंग टू डू सैम्पल पेपर. आपके सीबीएसई के वेबसाइट पे cbse.ncert.nic.in जो आपका सीबीएसई का वेबसाइट है, उस पर भी आपको सैम्पल पेपर्स मिलेंगे. उस सैम्पल पेपर्स में से भी क्वेश्चंस रिपीट होने के पूरे पूरे चांसेस हैं, क्योंकि ये सैम्पल पेपर खुद सीबीएसई ने निकाला है. तो ऋतिक, आपको एक प्रो टिप में देता हूं कि आपके एनसीईआरटी के वेबसाइट पे जो सैम्पल पेपर्स हैं उनको डिटेल में सॉल्व करो. ठीक है, चलो. नाउ वी मूव अहेड एंड वी टॉक अबाउट फूड प्रिजर्वेशन. सो फूड प्रिजर्वेशन करना बहुत जरूरी है, क्योंकि द फूड इज डायरेक्टली it is something that directly gets affected and spoiled by the action of microorganisms. ठीक है, yes, practice paper भी करेंगे ध्रुव. ठीक है, now there are different ways to protect the food from the attack of microbes. That is, you can use vinegar, sugar, oil, salt. On the large scale, on the commercial scale, you can use food preservatives like sodium benzoate and sodium metabisulfite. You can do physical methods like sun drying, chilling, canning, pasteurization. There are different ways to protect the food from getting spoiled by the action of microorganisms. ठीक है, चलिए इसके साथ हम करते हैं कुछ क्वेश्चंस. आई होप यू गाइज विल बी एबल टू आंसर ऑल ऑफ देम. तो पहला क्वेश्चन है मेरे पास कि विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग रिप्रोड्यूसेस ओनली इनसाइड अ होस्ट सेल. यहाँ पे ये जो वर्ड है ओनली, इस पे हम लोग फोकस करेंगे कि इनमें से ऐसा कौन सा माइक्रोब है जो सिर्फ होस्ट के अंदर रिप्रोड्यूस करता है. बैक्टीरिया, अमीबा, वायरस या फंगस. सुपर इजी. चलिए, क्विक क्विक फेविक्विक. यस, अभिनव हैज गिवन द आंसर. व्हाट अबाउट अदर्स? वेयर इज ध्रुव, ऋतिक, अमृता, आरती? चलिए, क्विक क्विक फेविक्विक. Okay, so going with Abhinav with C as the answer, absolutely correct. We are talking about virus over here. So virus, जैसे कि मैंने आपको बताया, yes Ritik, you are right. Virus is on the borderline of living and non-living. When the virus are inside, when the virus are inside a host cell, they start reproducing. But before that, they are just as good as non-living. ठीक है? So virus, जैसे कि I don't think आपको virus के मुझे कोई भी example देने की ज़रूरत है. The year 2020 and 2021 taught us that how a virus can stop the earth, stop the planet, stop the world. So कोरोना वायरस ये एक एग्जाम्पल है वायरस का. रेट्रो वायरस है आपका, इन्फ्लुएंजा वायरस है ना. So there are so many different types of viruses which are non-living, but once they enter the host, once they enter a plant, an animal or a human, then they start behaving like a living cell. जैसे कि रेबीज वायरस is something that affects dogs, है ना. Yes, Abhinav, AIDS is not a virus. AIDS is a syndrome. It is caused by a virus called HIV. So जो AIDS है, AIDS happens because of HIV. HIV is Human Immunodeficiency Virus. इसके 3 stages होते हैं. तो stage 1 में, the stage 1 which lasts almost for 1 month. यहाँ पे क्या होता है कि the person starts getting the symptoms जैसे कि body rashes, fever, loss of body weight for more than 10% of the body weight is lost, diarrhea, weakness. ये सब around 3 to 4 months चलता है. इसके बाद there are no symptoms at all for many years. That is your stage 2, which is the dormant stage. अब यहाँ पर बंदे को कुछ भी नहीं होता है, no symptoms at all, and फिर directly समझ में आता है कि this is stage 3, and this stage 3 is nothing but your AIDS, that is acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. ठीक है. Yes, Ritik, your foot and mouth disease is something that happens because of a virus in cattle. It happens in cattle. ठीक है, चलिए. तो अभिनव, आपका डाउट क्लियर हो गया. एड्स इज नॉट अ वायरस. एड्स इज कॉज्ड बिकॉज ऑफ अ वायरस कॉल्ड HIV. क्लियर अभिनव? क्लियर है? चलिए, बढ़िया, वेरी नाइस. आई लाइक व्हेन यू आस्क डाउट्स. आगे बढ़ते हैं. पैथोजेनिक यानी कि डिजीज कॉजिंग. पैथोजन यानी कि डिजीज कॉजिंग. Pathogenic microorganisms present in the host cell are killed by medicines called dash. So if we want to kill, hello Shri Krishna Setil, sir 10th class कब है? Tomorrow we are doing a paper discussion of 2018. ठीक है? So pathogenic means disease causing. Disease causing microbes are killed with the help of painkillers, antigens, antibiotics या vaccines. We are killing disease causing microbes. How will we kill them? With a medicine. So please focus on the word over here called medicine and give me your answer. चलिए, quick, very quick. Okay. Only Abhinav is answering. What about others? Okay, very good, Shri Krishna, very good, Dhruv. So you all are saying that it is antibiotics. Absolutely correct. The first antibiotic in the world was penicillin. Penicillin was the first antibiotic in the world, discovered in the year 1928-29 using a fungus called Penicillium notatum. ठीक है? This was a fungus. This fungus was used to make this antibiotic called penicillin by Alexander Fleming. ठीक है? So antibiotics are medicines that fight bacterial infection. They work by killing the bacteria by making it hard for the bacteria to grow and multiply. Basically what an antibiotic does is it destroys the cell wall of the bacteria. So the life of the bacteria is in its cell wall. एक बार cell wall destroy हो गई, the bacteria cannot multiply, and because it cannot multiply, the bacteria will die. ठीक है? That is how an antibiotic works. चलिए, अगला सवाल है आपके पास कि link the names of scientists with the discovery made by them. तो हमारे पास है स्मॉल पॉक्स वैक्सीन, हमारे पास है अलेक्जेंडर फ्लेमिंग, हमारे पास है लुई पैस्चर और हमारे पास है एंथ्रैक्स बैक्टीरिया. सो एडवर्ड जेनर, रॉबर्ट कॉश, फर्मेंटेशन, पेनिसिलिन. यू कैन टेल मी इन शॉर्ट ऑल्सो. जैसे अलेक्जेंडर फ्लेमिंग, यू कैन राइट अलेक्जेंडर पेनिसिलिन. सो आई विल डू द कनेक्शंस. सो राइट योर आंसर्स इन द चैट एंड आई विल डू द कनेक्शंस फॉर यू. ठीक है? सो वी हैव गॉट अलेक्जेंडर फ्लेमिंग, रॉबर्ट कॉश, एडवर्ड जेनर एंड लुई पैस्चर. Very easy this one is. चलिए, quick, very quick. I'm waiting. जल्दी से बताइए. चलिए, I'll do one for you, which we have already discussed. That is Alexander Fleming and penicillin. So I'll write it over here. ठीक है? देन स्मॉल पॉक्स वैक्सीन कौन है? हमारे एडवर्ड जेनर, राइट. रॉबर्ट कॉश होंगे हमारे एंथ्रैक्स बैक्टीरियम एंड लुई पैस्चर होंगे हमारे फर्मेंटेशन. ठीक है? लेट अस सी वेदर वी आर राइट और रॉन्ग. एंड वी आर एब्सोल्युटली राइट. ठीक है? चलिए, तो रॉबर्ट कॉश का हो गया, एक मिनट, चलिए, करेक्ट करेक्ट करेक्ट. नाउ Louis Pasteur, fermentation, Robert Koch, anthrax. Very good. Yes, you are absolutely right, Dhruv. Next one. The gas released during the preparation of bread. The gas released during the preparation of bread. When we prepare bread. Now, bread is something that is prepared using yeast as the microorganism. So, what we do is we add sugar. So, when we give sugar to bread, when we give sugar to yeast, yeast undergoes anaerobic respiration and it releases dash plus alcohol plus energy. So what is that dash? Oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide, or sulfur dioxide. I have told you it is anaerobic respiration. It is also defined as fermentation and it is done by yeast. So what is the gas? Okay, so Dhruv and Abhinav, they both are saying carbon dioxide. It is a product of respiration, so the answer should be very, very evident. Yes, Abhinav, yes, Dhruv, I got your answers. What about others? Chaliye, going with both of you, it is absolutely right. It is carbon dioxide. So, when yeast consumes the sugar, it releases carbon dioxide, alcohol and energy, and because of that carbon dioxide only you can see the holes. What are these holes? These holes are nothing but carbon dioxide which is in the bread. Even your cakes, even the cakes have these holes. It is nothing but carbon dioxide which is released by the yeast. There cannot be a cake making without yeast. Okay? चलिए. Now, next one again super easy. Classify the following into friendly and harmful microorganisms. तो हमारे पास है harmful and friendly. Options हैं bread mold, malarial parasite, rhizobium, bacillus anthracis, yeast and lactobacillus. Which of these are friendly? Which of these are harmful? ठीक है? So tell me the answer. I can give you a hint that under friendly we have got 3 and under harmful we have got 3. चलिए super easy. Come on, quick, quick, very quick. Okay, very good, Dhruv. Rhizobium, lactobacillus, and yeast are friendly. And very good, very good. Absolutely right. This is absolutely correct what Dhruv has told. That bread mold is something that causes food spoilage. Malarial parasite causes malaria. That is Plasmodium vivax, which is a protozoa. Bacillus anthracis is a bacteria that causes anthrax, both in humans as well as in animals. Friendly microbes mein we have got rhizobium, which helps in nitrogen fixation. Lactobacillus helps in making curd, and your yeast helps in making bread and cakes and alcohol. ठीक है, चलिए. And you are absolutely correct. Okay, one more question, and this is the last question. The last question for the day, and the question is that link the microbes to the group which they belong. Algae, fungi, bacteria, protozoa. Algae, fungi, bacteria, protozoa. You have got paramecium, spirogyra, aspergillus and lactobacillus. Super easy. Yes, Akansh. Hi, Akansh. Akshansh. Hi, Akshansh. Yes, Amrit is a very, very good friend. I know him. I know him. I know him even before he was on the channel that you know him from. So, yeah, I know him. He's a good friend. Chaliye, quick, quick, very quick. हाँ जी अक्षांश, yes I do know him. Come on guys, answer this question, very easy. नहीं पता, okay चलो no problem. So the answer will be that bacteria is lactobacillus. You can see bacillus उनके नाम में ही है bacteria. Fungi will be aspergillus. क्यों, ये अगर आपको नहीं भी पता हो तो आपको पता है कि प्रोटोजोआ इज पैरामीशियम, स्पायरोगायरा इज algae. I told you स्पायरोगायरा, स्पाइरुलिना, they all are algae. So definitely fungi will be aspergillus, and that is why you can see over here that we have got aspergillus. This is aspergillus. What you are seeing, this is aspergillus, this is curd lactobacillus, this is spirogyra, your algae, and this is paramecium, your protozoan. So paramecium, algae, they all are प्रोटोजोन. हाँ अक्षांश अभी नहीं, लेकिन अगर आप ये क्लास को ज्वाइन करते हैं हमारे एम्बाइब के पेज से तो आप यहाँ पर जरूर आंसर कर सकते हैं. देखिए आई गेट द नंबर ऑफ पार्टिसिपेंट्स, कितने लोगों ने आंसर किया है नहीं किया है, सारी डिटेल्स मेरे पास आती है. तो अगर आप इस क्लास को एम्बाइब पेज से ज्वाइन करते हैं विच इज अगेन एब्सोल्युटली फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट, सो यू डेफिनेटली गेट टू आंसर इट. ठीक है. हाय ध्रुव, यस यू आर राइट ध्रुव, यू आर एब्सोल्युटली राइट. सो विद दैट गाइज वी कम टू द एंड. आई होप आपको माइक्रोब्स ये चैप्टर जिसके बारे में ऑलरेडी आप लोगों को इतना कुछ पता है, ये चैप्टर मेरे साथ आज डिस्कस करने में मज़ा आया हो. एंड अगर मज़ा आया है तो डेफिनेटली गिव दिस वीडियो बिग फैट थम्स अप. आपको मुझे कमेंट सेक्शन में बताना है कि आपको मुझसे और क्या क्या पढ़ना है. ठीक है. इस वीडियो को शेयर कीजिए और इस चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कीजिए. इट्स एब्सोल्युटली फ्री. ऑल्सो गाइज डू विजिट आवर एम्बाइब पेज. इज ऑल्सो गिव्स यू absolutely free of cost learning, interactive, beautiful content, any board, any grade, any subject, any language. Yeah, you get everything absolutely free. So make sure that you visit the page. And guys, connect with us on Telegram. Until we meet next, this is Pritesh, your host, your dose, and a proud educator from Embibe, signing off for now. And until we meet next, take care of yourself. Stay healthy, stay happy, stay blessed, and do not forget to keep imbibing because we believe in you.
Keep imbibing. We believe in you.